Good morning, everybody. This meteorologist Jeff Gerber. We're getting all our graphics together right now, and we're going to be bringing you the latest updated report on your weather. I have 3 flash flood warnings out right now for parts of southeast Texas. Rain continues to come down this morning. Looks like we're going to continue to see the rain through most of the day as the rain totals start to pile up here across the area. Like I said, 3 flash flood warnings right now. And doesn't look like things are going to taper off too much as we go through the afternoon as another disturbance comes in from the north and west. We'll be showing you the graphics and talking over the maps and letting you see some of the rainfall totals we have out there already this morning across the area in just a little bit. We are getting things together. We'll be with you in just a minute or two. Okay. Good morning, Southeast Texas. Meteorologist Jeff Gerber in the 12 News Storm Tracker Weather Center. We are looking at a lot of rain across the area for this morning. It's really been adding up, and because of the rainfall amounts, we're starting to see some flooding across parts of southeast Texas for this morning. Looks like we'll continue to see rain developing as we go through most of the day. So that's just going to continue to we're going to continue to run into problems as we go into looks like this afternoon. A live look outside our 12 News studios. Wet roadways out there this morning. We have some localized flooding in some of the roadways, and also seeing some other roadways around southeast Texas here where we're seeing some flooding problems out there. Let's get to the radar, and then we'll show you some rainfall totals and also show you what we're expecting as we go through the rest of the week. All right, first of all, here's the current radar, and right now you'll see the 3, we call them dark red polygons. Those are 3 different flash flood warnings that we have across the area. One is up in the northern parts of Jasper and Newton County. Another one is, let's see here, another one is right there through parts of central Jasper, Newton County, also includes Hardin County, and then another one through Orange and Jefferson County on the map there. So we've got 3 areas that we're going to be watching for the rest of this afternoon. Once again, one area here, another area here, and then the next area right in here. So all 3 of those areas are under a flash flood warning right now. Basically, a warning basically means that we're seeing flash flooding right now across parts of southeast Texas. Let's zoom in a little bit on the radar here. We'll go with the first warned area. This includes Jasper, Newton, Burkeville, Browndell. Right now, will be at least the rain is tapered off to somewhat. We have just scattered moderate to light rain, so that's some good news there. But still raining across Jasper and Newton counties. Once again, this flash flood warning is because they picked up about 4 to 8 inches of rain in this particular area this morning. They're expecting maybe another 1 to 3 inches of rain in that area for later on this afternoon. This goes until about 2:30 this afternoon. So this particular flood warning goes until 2:30. We'll drop a little bit farther south, and you can see this next area. It includes Buna, it includes Lumberton. It doesn't go quite up the call, but it does include Deweyville, which is getting some very heavy rain right now. Once again, heavy rain is falling. In this particular area, we've seen upwards of 3 to 7 inches of rain. You can see the box here where it includes the warning. 3 to 7 inches of rain has fallen in this particular area. They're expecting possibility of maybe another 1 to 3 inches here. Once again, in this area till 2:30 is the flash flood warning, including Buna, Lumberton, Silsbee. Does not include Kuntz, but Kuntz is real close to that. Buna, also Kirbyville is right out of this, not out of the end of this area, but Deweyville is in here. So that's another area we have a flash flood warning right now. That goes until 2:30. Drop a little bit farther south. We have another flash flood warning across parts of Orange County, and we also have a flash flood warning here in Jefferson County. Includes Port Arthur, Mid-County, Beaumont, Vidor, Orange, all under the flash flood warning. Now, the flash flood warning basically means that generally flood-prone areas that we typically see flooding are seeing some flooding out there right now. It doesn't mean you have to evacuate Beaumont or evacuate Orange or evacuate any of these areas. It's just that we're seeing some flooding out there, especially on some of the roadways, and you really need to be careful trying to get around. If you don't need to be out and about this late this morning or this afternoon, probably not an idea to get out and do that. For example, I got a report from the Weather Service. 2799 west of Jasper is closed because of water over the road. That's where we're running into spots over different roadways where we're seeing some water over the roadways, some flooding's happening, so they issue these flash flood warnings because we've had so much rain. Another report from the Weather Service, Big Cow Creek in central Newton County. Been seeing some flooding along Big Cow Creek there. If you live around Big Cow Creek, you know exactly where that is and the problems that you're getting there. So flood warnings posted all across the area. Let's look at some of the numbers as far as how much rain we've gotten so far this morning. And this is the rainfall estimates by the radar. We'll first start off up there in northern parts of Jasper and Newton County. This is around the Burkeville area. We'll click on the map here. 6 inches of rain, northern parts of Newton County. There's 5.5 inches of rain around Jasper. Anywhere from 3 to maybe 4 inches of rain there. Heading down towards Spurger, looking at 3 to 5 inches of rain there. So quite a bit of rain. On the other side of the coin, though, Comonell, 3/10 of an inch of rain. Over towards Woodville, 3/10, maybe half an inch of rain. So western sections of Tyler County hadn't seen much rain this morning. So good news for those folks. We'll drop a little bit farther to the south. Here's where the heaviest rainfall has been this morning. Southern end of Jasper and Newton County. You can see the bullseye right here in between Buna and Deweyville. Right there in that one spot, showing 8.6 inches of rain. So almost 8.5 inches of rain there. That's why this is one of the areas under the flash flood warning. We'll kind of poke around in here and you can see rainfall amounts anywhere from 7 to 8 inches of rainfall. Head over towards Lumberton, right near Lumberton. Not too much, maybe 1/4 of an inch to an inch, but you don't get too far away from there. You get up towards, say, Silsbee. You're looking at 2, maybe 3 inches of rainfall there. Head over towards Deweyville. You're looking at 3, maybe 4 inches of rainfall there. Different parts of Orange County. 5 inches of rain through central parts of Orange County. Let's see, let's go up here towards Spurger once again. Seeing about 4 inches of rain there, close to Kirbyville. Looking at about 4 inches of rain there. So a ton of rain is falling for this morning. Go a little bit farther to the south and check out rainfall amounts around the Orange area. We're looking at, let's see here, Orange, about half an inch there. We'll kind of poke around a little over an inch south. So we are close to, say, half an inch to an inch in Orange area. Beaumont, certain parts of Beaumont have been seeing some heavy rain. You can see just south and east of Beaumont, 4 inches of rain, but you get, say, up towards the northwestern corner of Beaumont, you're only about a half an inch of rain there. So you can see how quickly the rainfall amounts go from half an inch to about 4 inches. Not very far from one side of Beaumont to the other, but some areas getting, like I said, 3 inches more than the others. Go down towards Port Arthur. This is on the south side of 287 or 69. West of Port Arthur, 6 inches of rain there. Head over towards Mid-County, 4.5 inches of rain there. Maybe up towards Bridge City, maybe 1-2 inches of rain towards Bridge City. Down towards Sabine Pass, they've been getting some heavy rain this morning. Another 6 inches of rain there towards Sabine Pass. Then you head out towards Winnie, 1/10 of an inch. Maybe an inch there. So it just really depends on where you are and where those big heavy showers have been developing across parts of southeast Texas. So a lot of rain is falling this morning, and the bad news is we continue to see more rain coming in across parts of the area. As we look at radar right now, you can see some of the heavier showers moving off towards the east into southwestern Louisiana. But if you look back to our west towards Conroe, Huntsville, more rain is starting to develop. Houston area is starting to see some showers develop out there, and that stuff is going to be sliding in our direction. What we have is a couple of different upper level disturbances. One came through the shore, still being affecting us this morning. You can see it here. And then there's another one that's been sliding across North Texas, coming southeastward. That's already starting to fill in the gap between the two. You can see the rain in between the two. That is going to be affecting us through the afternoon. So I'm expecting off and on rain throughout the day. It's just going to be a wet day. I thought we'd see maybe a little bit of a break between the two disturbances, but at this point it looks like it's already starting to fill in as far as the rain, and we'll continue to see rain in those in parts of southeast Texas throughout the day. So maybe another 1 to 3 inches of rain in some spots. I think the heavier rains that we saw this morning, the 4 to 8 inches rainfall amount, so I don't think we're going to see that at least here in the short term or the next few hours or so like we did this morning, but we're definitely going to see scattered showers. And the reason why we're getting the rain in the first place is this big area of low pressure out here over the Four Corners, or you can say over Arizona, and this is going to be really slowly moving off towards the east over the next 3 or 4 days, and that's going to keep these little disturbances coming around the base of this thing and moving into our area, and those are going to be giving us showers and thunderstorms each day. So every day this week we're expecting to see rain, and once again that's going to really add up to probably a mess across the area as we go through mid to late part of the week as these rainfall totals start to add up. Here's what I showed this morning on air. This was kind of an estimate of rainfall for the week, but we've seen 3 inches, 4 or 5 inch rainfall totals just today, let alone for this week. But this was a computer was estimating this morning upwards of maybe 7 inches for a good portion of southeast Texas for this week. But we might have to update this a little bit more. Like I said, some places already over 7 inches of rain for this morning, especially northern end of Jasper and Newton counties. So we'll continue to watch it. Here's what our 7-day forecast looks like. Off and on rain and thunderstorms all the way through Friday. 60 to 80% coverage of rain and thunderstorms. You'll see some breaks here and there like we've been seeing this morning, but definitely going to see a good chance of rain every day. Right now, some of the computer models are indicating that we'll see a break overnight, so hopefully we will get a break where we hardly see anything, just maybe a few showers through the overnight into tomorrow morning, and that will give us a little bit of a chance to dry out. But by tomorrow, late morning, afternoon, expect another one of these disturbances to kick off more showers and thunderstorms. A little bit of good news is that there might be a little bit of a better look at things over the weekend as rain chances start to taper off finally for Saturday and Sunday. But until then, we really got to watch those flood-prone areas. If we see every day like this or something like this, you know, every day, we're going to be looking at a lot of problems as far as flooding towards the middle to late part of the week. Flash flood warnings already out there right now, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll go back to radar real quick here and show you what's currently going on. And you can see still some heavy rain out there. We have one area right here. Zoom in a little bit. You can see all the lightning between Taylor Landing and Nederland. It's a bit of a thunderstorm right here. Let me see. Nothing as far as any severe weather with this particular storm, but there's a lot of lightning with it, so be careful out there with some of these thunderstorms that are containing quite a bit of lightning. So this one's sliding north and east, so that's going to go right across mid-county with even some heavier rainfall, and that's not going to help things across the area, that's for sure. So let me take a look at a couple of comments here and see if anybody have any questions or anything like that. Good morning. A lot of people saying good morning. Yes, be careful on the roadways. Hannah, I don't think this will probably be the worst day of the week. There is a chance for more heavy rain like this, especially Wednesday into Thursday. We could see the same type of situation. Hopefully maybe tomorrow will be a little bit drier, but right now this could also kind of play out again Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday even. So we'll have to wait and see how it all stacks up. But right now we are expecting heavy rain and heavy downpours to come in pretty much every day this week. Whether they're going to stick around all day like this, we'll have to wait and see. We're hoping that we get a 2 or 3 hour stretch of some heavy rain that will break off, and we'll see a little bit of dry weather. Then we'll see maybe another stretch. Right now, this stuff has been sticking around all morning long. We hope we don't see this every day, but if we do, expect to see more flash flood warnings. That's for sure. Let's see.
Valeria said that you asked for an extra minute in the morning. Did you want that for this show?
Yeah, I'm doing Facebook Live right now. Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. Anyway, let me take in and see what else we have out there. One of our producers asking about time during the noon show, so we're trying to get ready to get all this information all ready for the noon show and get this all out to you. Our news crew's trying to gather some of the information about some of the flooded roadways and everything like that. Let's see. How much rain has Mauriceville had? Generally, Mauriceville, once again, I showed you the maps there with all the rainfall amounts. You're looking at anywhere from about 2 to 4 inches of rain. Let's see. Yeah, we asked for the rain, and now we're getting it with a little bit too much, though. Okay, let me check. Okay. A lot of folks say it's raining. So rain issue threats. Okay, any more severe weather? Yes, it's potential that we could still see some more severe thunderstorms, or maybe even we had one tornado warning out there for this morning. That was up in around Deweyville. We had some rotation with a thunderstorm earlier this morning that could have produced a tornado. But it's not out of the question with these isolated thunderstorm cells that we could see maybe some gusty winds, some hail, or even a quick spin up of a tornado. Right now, the strongest thunderstorm we have right now is right there in Jefferson County, starting to move right over into mid-county, starting to move over 69 right now. Nothing severe here, but there is a lot of lightning with it, some heavy rain. It doesn't look like we have any rotation with it, but definitely looking at a pretty good little thunderstorm there in Jefferson County. So we'll zoom back out a little bit. Once again, I want to go over the 3 areas where we have a flash flood warning. One is here, Jasper, Burkeville, Browndale. That goes till 2:30. Looks like we've seen about 4 to 8 inches of rain here, expecting another 1 to 3. Another area with a flash flood warning is right here, going from Lumberton to Buna. Silsby's in this area. Evadale, you're in this area. Deweyville's just inside the area where we've seen 3 to 7 inches of rain generally this morning, expecting another 1 to 3. And then this last area here, which includes Orange and Jefferson counties. We're talking about Beaumont, Orange, Port Arthur, Groves, Nederland, Port Neches, Bridge City, down all the way down towards the Bean Pass. You're in another area where we've gotten about 1 to 3, 2 to 4 inches of rain this morning, expecting another 1 to 3 inches of rain for later on this afternoon. So once again, flash flood warning here. This goes till 12:45, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't extend that out a little bit more, since there's more heavy rain coming in to parts of Orange and Jefferson counties. So we'll zoom back out again. It's just going to be a wet week. We don't expect this rain to really kind of let up for today. We'll see continued scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day as you see more development out towards our west, and that could add to some localized flooding. and then we'll have to wait and see how everything stacks up the rest of the week as far as how often these disturbances come in and how much rain they do bring us as we go through Monday through Friday of this week. So have your rain gear ready to go. If you live near one of those flood prone areas, keep a close eye on that this week. You might already be seeing some flooding out there for this morning. If you live in one of those areas, when you get a hard rain, you start to see a little bit of flooding. We could definitely see that. The big problem, I hope we don't have a big problem, will be later on in the week. Maybe you're looking at Wednesday, Thursday. If we get some really heavy rains in here, we could see problems as far as the creeks, the bayous, the rivers. They're already pretty full. We could see some problems along there, and that would be more of a major problem than some of the minor street flooding or little small bayous or something like that coming up a little bit. So that's something we don't want to see happen as we head towards later on this week. So we'll be watching closely for that. So. No tropical systems out there, so at least that's one good thing. Tropical season doesn't start till June 1st, and they're not seeing anything out in the Atlantic right now. Do you think it's going to be storming in the early morning hours on Wednesday? It's hard to tell. Like I said, it's hard to guess when these little disturbances are going to pop up and move into the area. Once again, let me show you kind of the big map here of the state of Texas, and you can see one disturbance moving through right now, this one here, and then we have this next one moving down from North Texas that's sliding across, and right in here kind of filling in the gaps as far as the rainfall around in that area there. So it's hard to time these things out. Computer models don't do a very good job on timing these out and letting you know exactly when they're going to come through. This morning, the computer model said that we would see a break by mid-morning into the afternoon, and then the next one would come through. Well, that's not happening. We're not seeing a break, so it didn't do a very good job this morning as far as seeing the break in between the different storm systems. So right now, short term, looks like we'll see scattered showers throughout the day. This next disturbance out of North Texas comes through, gives us showers through the afternoon into the evening. Hopefully after that we see a break and we won't have anything overnight, and then tomorrow by the afternoon hours we'll see another one of these disturbances come through and give us another chance of rain. After that, it's really kind of a wait and see thing. It's really hard to pinpoint exactly when they're going to move through. I wish I could say, hey, it's going to rain this time, and that time, but these things kind of pop up on their own, and it's really hard to pinpoint them as they work around that big area of low pressure. I told you about that big spinning low out over the desert southwest. These things come around the base of this, and it's hard to pick them up as they do. Computer models kind of guess at it, but a lot of times they don't do a very good job of letting us know exactly when it's going to happen. So we'll be watching closely. We'll keep you updated, but just plan for off and on rain, like I said, through the next several days here in southeast Texas. Let's go. A lot of people have been asking for rain totals again. Let's try to go up here, and I'm just going to poke around on these maps real quick and kind of give you an idea of some of the rain totals again. You can see them kind of pop up here. Like I said, Jasper 3, but we've seen some totals, estimated totals a little higher. Now this is 6-hour rainfall. This only goes back 6 hours, so we're going back to around 4 o'clock this morning. So we could have, it could be a little bit higher than that. If I had the 12-hour rainfall totals, you're talking about 8 inches of rain up through parts of Jasper and Newton County. Matter of fact, let's see if I can change this over, and it will completely change the maps because we had that rain overnight. But let me see here. Change this to 12-hour rainfall. And there you go. You can see the 12-hour rainfall is a lot different than the 6-hour rainfall across the area. Let me put some numbers to these here, and you can see these are estimated for rainfall. 10.5 inches, 12 inches, a foot of rain. This is radar estimated rainfall, so maybe not quite that much, but anywhere from 9 to 12 inches of rain across northern parts of Jasper County through the last 12 hours. So since 10 o'clock last night and even over into Tyler County, just north of Spurger, maybe 10 inches of rainfall. So, like I said, you put in those extra 6 hours from what we got last night, you're talking about a ton of rainfall in this area. So that's why they have that flash flood warning out until 2:30. Once again, let me show you some numbers here around the Buna area. 10 inches. You go down towards Deweyville, 3 inches to up to 5 inches of rainfall. Southern parts of Newton County, 11 inches on that one. Down around Silsbee, maybe a foot of rain towards just say Evadale, down in that area. Lumberton, 5-6 inches of rainfall. Once again, now these are 12-hour totals. These are estimates too. They're not exactly what they got. These are just the radar estimating how much rain has fallen around Beaumont. 8-9 inches of rain it shows to our east. Vidor, you're looking at 7-8 inches of rain estimated by radar. Orange, not a whole bunch. Orange looking at maybe an inch to inch and a half. You go down towards Port Arthur, Mid-County, 6-7 inches of rainfall. Once again, these are estimates from the radar. Maybe not quite as that. The radar tends to overestimate a little bit, but we're looking at just a ton of rain coming down this morning. Hopefully we don't see this repeat for the next 4 days, but I would not be surprised to see another 1 or 2 days like this where we pick up a good 3 or 4 inches of rain in a short amount of time or during a morning period or afternoon period. So that's what we're looking at as far as what we've seen already this morning, and we could see maybe another 1 to 3 inches of rain as we go through this afternoon. That's why the flash flood warnings are up. We got 3 of them, and I pointed them out to you. The one in northern Jasper and Newton till 2:30. The one in southern Jasper and Newton, even to Hardin County, that goes till 2:30, and then the one over Orange and Beaumont, Orange and Jefferson County, that goes until 12:45. And the strongest thunderstorm we have right now, once again, is sitting down here over parts of Mid-County and into Port Arthur. Luckily, it looks like it's weakened a lot, but still a lot of lightning with it. And you can see Nederland, Groves, Port Arthur, Port Neches getting the lightning with that particular thunderstorm. Wouldn't be surprised if you're getting some wind gusts to 30 miles an hour as well with that particular thunderstorm. Stretching along 73 up through 69 there and through Port Arthur and Groves and those places. So Port Arthur's getting slammed, Shailene says. So yeah, I imagine that you're getting a lot of lightning with that thunderstorm there. I wonder if we can go back over here to, you can see Packer LaPrée downtown, over 3 inches of rainfall from just midnight. We'll see if with this can rotate around and we can see some what's going on down towards, there's Port Arthur right there. Up to 3 inches of rain right now on our rain gauge on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, and you can see the heavy rain coming down in Port Arthur right now. We didn't have hardly that much rain in our rain gauge down there. I think we picked up at least about an inch or so here shortly. You can see the lightning strikes off in the distance there as that thunderstorm moves through. Once again, this is not a severe thunderstorm, but definitely a lot of lightning and very heavy rain down Port Arthur. And you can also see those streets as the cars are driving by with a little bit of water on them. And we're seeing that all through southeast Texas, where we're seeing some of these roadways with water over them. Try not to drive through some of that high water. That can ruin your car real quick. If you get some water into your engine, you can just say goodbye to that engine, and that's a lot of money out of your pocket. So you don't have to be out and about driving around for this morning or this afternoon. I would just stay inside and let this rain kind of settle down just a little bit. Still quite a bit of rain to get through. It looks like we might see things taper down to a little bit more in the way of scattered stuff as we head towards maybe the lunch hour, just into the first part of the afternoon, but we'll have to wait and see. It looked like that earlier this morning, and then it started to flare up again. We have this next disturbance coming in from our north, and we're going to have to see how that interacts with all the moisture that's overhead right now and how much rain we're going to get. Of course, I'll be here until Patrick gets here, and then Patrick will be here through the rest of the day, keeping an eye on radar and letting you know where we have flash flood watches and warnings and things like that. But I'm going to start getting things together for the noon show, which is coming up here in about an hour and a half. We'll be on, of course, NBC KJAC. Right now, I want to reiterate 3 flash flood warnings, one for northern Jasper and Newton County. That goes until 2:30. Expect another 1 to 3 inches of rain. You can see that area there. At least they're getting not much rain there right now, so that's good news. Another one is right over Hardin County, southern Jasper and Newton counties. Some heavy rain still around the Buna area, north of Silsbee there. That goes till 2:30. And then we have the 3rd flash flood warning, which includes Jefferson and Orange counties. That goes until 12:45. A bit of a thunderstorm right now over parts of Jefferson County, sliding off towards the east. As I mentioned, right now we don't have, that is not a severe thunderstorm, but still a lot of lightning with that, and very heavy rainfall. Okay, I'm going to sign off for now and try to get more information as we get into the noon show. I think the newsroom is working on trying to figure out if there's any road closures out there. I've gotten very little reports from the Weather Service. One report was a 2799 was closed west of Jasper, some water over the road. Also got a report from the Weather Service, Big Cow Creek in west central Newton County was flooding some. So if you live around that, you know what I'm talking about. But more rain coming into southeast Texas for today. Keep an eye on those flood-prone areas. Like I said, if you don't have to be out and about, don't. If you do have to be out and you see water over a roadway, you know the old saying, turn around, don't drown. We don't want you all to be hurt. Of course, we don't want your cars to get flooded out either. I want you all to be safe. So if you don't have to be out and about for at least the rest of this morning going into this afternoon, I would just stay home. Starting to hear some heavier rains come into Beaumont now. I can hear them overhead. Anyway, I appreciate you all watching. We'll try to keep you updated. I'm sure Patrick will be maybe doing some more of these live broadcasts this afternoon or this evening, keeping you updated on the weather situation. But parts of the area getting some heavy rainfall right now, and we'll continue to watch those flood-prone areas as we go through this week. I'll end it up here by showing the 7-day forecast. And we're not done. We've got more rain to get through all the way through Friday. We have high rain chances. Expect periods of rain and thunderstorms coming into the area. And then by the weekend, things look a lot better. But still got a lot of rain to get through as we go through Friday. Thank you all, and I will be talking to you soon.